Happy Veterans Day to you and yours. We're broadcasting live from the Armed Forces Retirement Home. We've met so many wonderful people. One of those people that we're meeting right now is Command Master Chief Dr. Linda Hardy. That's a mouthful, and I don't know if I've ever talked to someone of your rank, so it's a privilege to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a privilege to have you here.
So when you joined the Navy, what did your family and friends say when you made that decision? Did they know you were leaning towards that already?
They had no idea I was going to go where I was going to end up, but they were quite proud of what I was doing. I joined during the Vietnam War, and it was the honorable thing to do.
What made you decide to do that? I mean, at the time, now, there's a lot of honor for all our veterans, but Vietnam at the time was a very unpopular war, and you went ahead and signed up. What made you decide to do that?
I was what you would call a hippie child, and growing up in the 60s. And what ultimately drove me was the fact of I saw the way that our veterans had been treated when they came home and during that war. And I wanted to do something and be something better. I wanted to show them that we were better.
You did some pretty amazing things. You're the first woman in the Navy to get your degree. What did you study? What made you decide, I'm going to do school and do the Navy at the same time because I don't have enough to do?
That's all right. I'm a doctor of education. My emphasis is on higher and adult education. I began to go to college because I wanted to get my bachelor's degree to please my father.
Okay.
I got my master's degree to please my mentor because he wanted me as his study partner. My doctorate was a challenge unto myself. I wanted to see if I could do it. I had already taught at the college at the 4-year level with my master's degree, so a terminal degree was not necessary. It was just a personal challenge.
You did it for you. Finally did
Yes,
one
sir.
for you. That is
Yes,
great.
sir.
You served for 30 years. Ending up with the highest rank in the Navy. When you got in, did you ever dream that you would rise that high?
To graduate from A school, basic training A school, the grade point average had to be 63.9. My final average was 63.9.
Oh, wow.
I was quite sure I was thrilled if I would have made E5. However, once I got in, there is something, I'm going to give a speech today, and there's something about camaraderie and mentoring in the armed forces that you cannot find in many other organizations. And through the camaraderie of the wonderful people that I was blessed to serve with, and the mentorship that God put in my path, I had no choice but to succeed.
You mentioned faith. How does faith play a role in your career, in your life?
Faith does it in my life. My life is completely faith-based. We are one nation under God, indivisible. And I was born into the Christian faith. My faith strengthened as time went on, and the more I served, the more I saw where my faith had to be an example for those around me.
We want to thank you so much for your service, and you talk a lot about mentorship. Is there one particular mentor in your life that makes you're smiling already, that makes you smile when you think of him or her? Tell us about him.
That would be former Force Master Chief, Naval Reserve Force Master Chief, Paul Gauthier. He was my boss as an instructor, and he was the one that told me I would get a master's degree because I was going to be his study partner. And we became very good friends. He set an example. However, he would push me beyond what he had accomplished. He wanted to see more out of me than he had given himself. And so there was, he showed me certain paths, and through those paths I found my own.
That's neat. That's neat. We're talking to Command Master Chief Dr. Linda Hardy. You look like someone who's obviously very goal-oriented. What would you like to do next?
Everybody here is tired of hearing about it.
You're going to run for president?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Oh,
Everybody else is.
no, everybody else is, no. No, there's only place for one woman in power in Washington, and that would be me.
See what I mean about the sense of humor? I love it.
Actually, no, I am learning to read and speak and write Korean.
Well, Annyeong.
Annyeong. 감사합니다.
That's exciting. What would you like to say to your fellow veterans here on Veterans Day, those who are here and those who are listening on the air?
To veterans here at the Armed Forces Retirement Home in Washington, D.C., and to all my fellow veterans out in the United States of America or in the listening area, and especially to those who cannot hear, be they learning or hearing impaired, or be they gone to their final resting place, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being there for our country. Thank you for standing up and taking a stand. But most of all, thank you for helping me become the person I am today.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Powerful. Thank you so much, Dr. Hardy. We wish you well in whatever's next. You're already in power, so I'm not sure what's next. But thank you so much, and thank you for your service. We
God bless
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.